Can you forget the one who has done you wrong by your estimation? Can you release that idea from your consciousness that there has been something that has been done to you by another? Can you forgive those who have had what you would call a negative impact? Are they holding you hostage by remaining a part of your awareness? Is it truly your best course of action to hold them responsible for your experience? Or would it be a better choice for you to disempower them by recognizing that it is always true that you are the creator of your life and they are the cooperators in your particular game? Because to give power away is not in your best interest. You get to forgive and to access more power in your recognition that you are orchestrating all of it, even the things you don't like. Even those things that you would not wish to experience again. They were your creations. They are your building blocks. You are a more complete person for having had those experiences. You and only you will be responsible for that which you will experience. Prepare yourselves for that knowing by letting go of all of the times when it seemed that you were just a victim. You are source energy. You cannot be less than that, no matter how it appears. Spend some time creating the space of joy around you and existing in it and becoming it for the sake of it. For the joy of the joy. Give yourselves that taste and realize that you are the joy that you seek. That is what we would wish to impart to you more than anything. You are what you seek. It is you. It is not outside of you. It is not something that must come to you through another or through an object or a place. The best thing you could ever do would be to recognize this. That what you are seeking out is what is already in. We wish you could see what we see in you because you would become more excited about exploring the vastness of yourself and you would be less interested in finding it elsewhere. Because it is always what you are projecting out that you experience. So find the domain of yourself where you wish to exist and take a vacation there. Yes. And you will build a reality around that which will be satisfying for you in your tangible reality as well. We promise you this. When the ball is rolling forward, it does not stop. You cannot stop the process you are on. It will continue. But do understand that you get to decide whether or not you are having the best experience of your evolution that you can. Be aware of the ways in which you are limiting that enjoyment and release them. Let go. Let go of the idea that you are supposed to be struggling towards something. You are not going anywhere as a result of your struggle. You are going where you are going because it is inevitable that you go there. The struggle is what keeps you from enjoying what it is you are becoming. You cannot prevent yourself from the wonderful expansion that you will have an experience of. But you will be able to slow it down. You will be able to doubt it, and you will be able to minimize your progress. These are options, but they are not requirements. They are your freedom, so to speak. Your freedom is about how you experience your evolution, but whether you experience it or not is outside of that realm of free will. Send the parts of yourself that are having a struggle right now some love, some understanding, and some knowledge of this freedom to choose. It is the most effective tool that you have. Get used to this idea of giving in to your journey, and relax while the ball continues to roll. When you are in the flow, you are in the most productive state of being. That is when you get the creative ideas, and you are willing to put them into practice. You are giving yourselves the tools with which to create, and you are able to see how it is possible to use those tools in an effective way. But when you struggle, when you seek, when you are wanting so much to make something happen, you get in your own way. You don't see what is right in front of you. And that is why the peace that you are seeking out in your lives is always the flow of energy. But when you get caught up in the results, when you think you have to see something tangible in front of you before you can be satisfied, then you will never allow the flow of energy to happen. Because your attention to the lack of evidence gets in the way of that flow. So putting yourselves into the state where you can allow this to happen requires you to focus on what already is working and what already has been provided. That is the path to the new inspiration, the new creation, the new world you seek to live in. It is always a result of being happy with what already has been created for you to enjoy. Yes. Seek out those things and make your life about recognizing the good that is all around you. Because without you to appreciate it, it has not fulfilled its purpose. You co-create with your environment. Yes. Do so consciously. You get to decide in every moment what type of experience you are going to have, regardless of who it is with. You can make it be how you choose it to be. You don't have to fall back on old patterns, old beliefs, old ways of knowing your world just because they are familiar and because you get a sense of continuity from them. You can instead decide now, in this moment, this is how I will create this situation with this being. Because they may look like the same being that you were eating with yesterday, the day before, the week prior to that. But they are quite different, you are quite different. And each experience is unique unto itself and does not need to be strung together with other experiences so that you can make sense of all of them in a linear, progressive way. It is enough for you to say, in this moment, this is how I choose to be and this is what I choose to experience. And that is all it takes to create the life you wish to have. There are no boundaries or limitations or rules, unless you say there are. This is how it is now. This is your new age and you are the creators of it. Be loving with yourselves and with others and see exactly what you are capable of. You will begin to amaze yourselves when you put this into practice. This idea that it is entirely up to you how you experience your world. Put the one that you admire the most onto the level that you exist on and see yourself as the one who is creating that being. You create everything and every version of every person that you experience. So if you admire someone for their gifts, realize that you are the one who is giving that person those gifts. You give because you are using your own energy to create all of what you experience, because there is no outside of you. It is all inside of you. It is all you. If you have the ability to create it and you are using yourself, your own energy to create, then you can create yourself to be that which you admire in another. It does not take hours, or days, or weeks, or months, or years to get there. You create that person instantaneously, without having to think about it. And you can create yourself to be whatever it is you want to be, that easily, that quickly, that effortlessly. It is your destiny to do so. You will not need help or assistance with this process. You will become this type of creator, and we say, you will become. Simply because you do not believe that you are this type of creator now. But you are. You just have to let go of beliefs that say you are limited in what you can create, in what you must be. Put all of those beliefs aside for a moment. And just for a moment, just hold the frequency of the being you wish to experience yourself as. One day you will realize that what you are giving is your perspective. That is what you have, most of all. You have a unique perspective. You are giving something that only you can give to the whole. You do not need to be backed up by anyone else or any statistics or facts to have a perspective. You are not looking for a consensus here. That is not why you incarnated as separate, unique individuals. You wanted to provide something that no other consciousness could. You wanted to give your perspective, and you cannot help but do so. Because you exist. Because you already are. In that way, you have already fulfilled your life's purpose. Because you cannot unbe. You cannot de-exist. And so you will, and have, and will continue to offer that which no one else can. You will send out your vibration and it will always be yours and only yours. And that is a very good thing. You are in process. Yes. You are seeking enlightenment, and you are pretending to be unenlightened. Which is interesting, when you think about it. In order to know yourselves as enlightened, first you had to pretend that you were not. Very creative way of going about that. So to project yourselves into form and to put the limitations on yourselves that you have was and is a brave concept, but you are doing what you came here to do. And as you recognize your participation in that journey, you can see the beauty of it. You can take ownership of what challenges you set up for yourselves and know that they are not there just to impede you, but rather, they are there to give you a more satisfying experience of who it is you really are. Yes. So give yourselves some credit here for the creation of those limitations and for having the courage to put yourselves in these situations that you would call problematic but that actually are a sign of your strength. When you see your weaknesses as strengths, then you know you have changed everything. And then you can experience that new perception. It is always you. You are always the ones getting to decide who it is you are, how it is you are. But there are those who would ask you to be different than you are. That always is the way. For there always will be the sense of polarity and more than one way must available to you, or you would not have a choice. So allow the others to tell you that you are wrong. Allow that point of view to exist because it is necessary in order for you to choose. It is not necessary for all to understand that principle. Yes. So you don't have to make anyone understand why you chose what you chose or how it is right for you. Your work will always be to simply let others be and choose and pay no attention to whether they approve of your lifestyle and your choices. Behave in a manner that is appropriate for you and that you can feel comfortable with. You will begin to see how you are affecting the whole, and you will recognize the oneness of all beings. But that does not mean that they will all agree. You will still have different perspectives. To challenge another's perspective is not to discount it. Your sense of self is mostly the perception of you. You have been told that this is how you must behave, that you are supposed to act in a way that is appropriate for your particular age, sexual orientation, status, occupation, and so on. That is how most of you are deciding who you are and how you should be. You are taking your cues from the external world and you are wanting to do what society says you should because you want to fit in, you want to be liked, you want others to be comfortable around you. This is the most limiting way to go about your life. This puts you into a container, a category, and what you get as a result is an experience of your life that is not true to who you are. And we are here to tell you that now is the time to break through those walls, to be completely oblivious to the societal norms. And if you are brave enough to maintain your sense of self when others are put off by it, you will create a new world where all are accepted as they are for their uniqueness, for their gifts. And you will begin to have a new understanding of what it means to be all that is. You are in the process of creating the new world you will enjoy. So it is now that you will discover what has been hidden away. What that means is you are going to find that there are portions of yourself that must be addressed, that have been existing beneath the surface. And you have put them there purposely so that you would wait until the timing was right to address. We are telling you that now is the time. It is important for you to release those fears and to embrace yourselves, utterly and completely as beings of love and light. That is the way. You are showing us all the way by simply living your lives and by having your difficult experiences, your growing pains. You will set up a chain reaction that will open new doors and allow in new frequencies. Yes, it will be an exciting time for you all. So in the meantime, be gentle with yourselves because the time has come for you to be completely aware and awake. Put your whole attention on the reasons why you want what you want. Because when you see that those reasons are usually stemming from a place of your feeling less than, you will notice that it is that feeling that is resulting in the lack you experience. Having a fuller experience of self and knowing that you are perfect and whole and complete, just as you are, will bring to you that evidence in a multitude of ways. Having your process is so important that you set out to give yourselves an understanding of what it is to feel incomplete. That is why you are in the exact place you are in your life. It is because you wanted the process, not because you needed to get somewhere. You don't need to get anywhere, but you thought you might have some fun and learn some things along the path. So don't give up, but do get comfortable. Make your journey be about you and witness what comes as a result.